Well, it's that time of year again. The leaves are changing colors, spooky skeletons are lurking, and everything is pumpkin spice. Literally everything. That's right, Halloween is just around the corner, and kids across the nation are getting ready to go trick-or-treating. Or are they? For those of us who grew up in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, trick-or-treating stirs up fond memories of sugar-fueled nights of mischief and fun. It was the one day out of the year where it felt like you could be anything, do anything. Kind of like The Purge, except with 8-year-olds hopped up on pixie sticks, dressed as Power Rangers. But are kids even going trick-or-treating anymore? You may have noticed that less and less trick-or-treaters are knocking on your door every single year. And this isn't just your perception, as there's actually some statistical data to back that up. A 2011 survey found that 73% of parents plan to take their kids trick-or-treating. However, this number dropped to 24% in 2019. Not surprisingly, among safety fears concerning the COVID-19 pandemic, this number dropped to just 12% in 2020. Whichever way you want to look at it, there's a clear downward trend in parents allowing their children to participate in this yearly ritual. But why is that? You probably know some of the history of Halloween already. How it began as a pagan holiday and was eventually co-opted by early Christians. These Christians attempted to shift the focus of the holiday from bonfires, costumes, blood sacrifices, and communing with spirits of the dead to the much less heavy metal celebration of honoring Christian martyrs and saints. The new holiday name was called All Saints' Day, but All Saints' Day didn't really pan out the way the church wanted it to, as people still wanted to celebrate the much spookier traditional version. Eventually, All Saints' Day became known as All Hallows' Day, which later became All Hallows' Eve, which finally became Halloween. What you might not know, though, is that modern American trick-or-treating didn't really begin until the 1930s. It started out as a community building activity and as a way of getting children to stop playing Halloween tricks on people by bribing them with sweets. By the 1950s, trick-or-treating really gained traction as a new holiday tradition across the country, appearing in everything from Peanuts comic strips to Disney animated short films. And from that point on, the love of trick-or-treating helped grow Halloween into the behemoth of a holiday that it is today. Sales of candy, costumes, and decorations are forecasted to generate $10.6 billion in revenue this year alone. So, why is trick-or-treating itself on the decline? Well, the biggest trick-or-treat killer is trunk or treat. Essentially, trunk-or-treating involves taking kids to a well-lit, pre-arranged location, usually a parking lot, and having them walk around and collect candy under adult supervision. Kind of like a spooky tailgate party, except not spooky at all because it's completely safe and predictable. So you may ask, how did this so-called fun alternative to trick-or-treating gain so much popularity? Well, trunk or treat may simply be a direct reaction to a number of changing factors and beliefs in the USA. In 2019, a Pew Research poll examined public life and neighborly relations and found that 71% think that interpersonal trust has declined over the past 2 decades, even though violent crime has declined substantially since the poll was conducted. With that much distrust in their neighborhoods and communities as a whole, it's no wonder that parents don't want their kids wandering around in the dead of night taking candy from strangers. Although it is undoubtedly a good idea to keep kids as safe as possible, we can't help but lament that the days of old-fashioned trick-or-treating may soon be a thing of the past. What do you think? Is trunk-or-treat simply the next evolution in Halloween's ever-changing history? Or is trick-or-treating a treasured tradition that we should fight to keep alive? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, like and subscribe for more spooky content, because we have a bunch more spooky stuff coming up this month. Thanks, see you next time.